فرح العمر عندي اقبالي وفي يدي شوفوني شلون حلمي ومتحقق طبعا انا افرق فرحان ومتفوق لازم تغنون
من قدي فرح العمر عندي اقبالي وفي يدي شوفوني شلون حلمي ومتحقق طبعا انا افرق فرحان لا ما قصرتي وشلون بوفيك ويا ما عطيتيني ومن ايدي خدتيني حليتي سنيني واحلى العمر فيك
من قدي فرح العمر عندي اقبالي وفي يدي شوفوني شلون حلمي ومتحقق طبعا انا افرق فرحان ومتفوق لازم تغنون
نشكر اهالينا اللي وثقوا فينا واليوم ردينا ابسط جمايلهم واللي وقفوا يمي وشالوا الحمل عني اشكر ابوي وامي عسى ما انحرم منهم.
The class of 2013, please be seated. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Honored guests, family, teachers and friends, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the 11th graduation ceremony of the American Creativity Academy. The senior class has been anxiously awaiting this year's ceremony, and we are pleased that you are here with us to celebrate this important milestone in their academic life. So that we may all enjoy this evening, I would like to ask you to please put your telephones on silent or shut them off. We also request your cooperation in honoring our graduates with respect and our parents with courtesy. We appreciate your applause, but please limit your shouting and any unnecessary disturbances so we may all enjoy this evening. The best way to start this evening is by a reading from the Holy Quran. Please welcome Muhammad Al-Inati.
السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وإذا مس الإنسان ضر دعا ربه منيبا إليه ثم إذا خوله نعمة منه نسي ما كان يدعو إليه من قبل وجعل لله أندادا ليضل عن سبيله قل تمتع بكفرك قليلا إنك من أصحاب النار أمن هو قانت آناء الليل ساجدا وقائما يحذر الآخرة ويرجو رحمة ربه قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب قل يا عبادي الذين آمنوا اتقوا ربكم للذين أحسنوا في هذه الدنيا حسنة وأرض الله واسعة إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب صدق الله العظيم.
صدق الله العظيم. Please stand for Kuwait's national anthem. Please help me in welcoming the Superintendent of the American Creativity Academy and International Creativity Academy, Ms. Gertrude Gomez.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome students, welcome parents, distinguished sponsors, Board of Trustees members, students, alumni, and of course, again, our beloved students. Parents, I think if I may speak on your behalf, as I saw them coming down the runway, my heart fluttered. Because I think all of us still see them as little children when we first left them off 15 years ago in pre-kindergarten, and now we see them with hair on their faces and full beards, and it warms my heart to have such wonderful, wonderful young men sitting here in front of you. I congratulate you on raising such very, very wonderful young men, distinguished in every right. Seniors, this evening we are here to celebrate you. We celebrate your accomplishments and your achievements, both those that you have achieved thus far and those that are forthcoming, for we know many achievements are coming. We celebrate the future of Kuwait with you as our engineers, our doctors, our lawyers, our ambassadors, our fathers, our global citizens. You are ACA, and through ACA you have lived and we will continue to thrive. During the last 15 years, you have been part of a fast-growing organization which you have helped form. When these children started, and forgive me for calling you children, these young men, when they first started at ACA in 1998 in pre-KG, our school was a mere 800 students. And alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, we are now 3,000 students strong. And here you have 79 wonderful graduates who have come through the system and who has endured pain and laughter, joy, and of course, inshallah, lots of learning along the way. As educators, we often wonder if we have done enough to prepare our students for the challenges that they will face in their lives. I pray every day that we have provided you with the skills and knowledge that will guide you throughout your life. You were born at a time that was marked by many social, economic, technological, and political changes, things that your parents and I did not know or experience in our lifetime when we were your age. These changes have brought about major shifts in our knowledge, in our perception of the world, and how we can use this knowledge to better the world and to better our place in the world. Never before has a generation been grown up in an age where information was readily available at the tip of their fingers. I think most of us can remember going to libraries and spending hours researching books and doing paper products. And yet our students, with their technology and their ability to quickly adapt, is incredible. New patterns of work and new business practices have developed, and as a result, there are new kinds of workers. New and different skills are required for the day of tomorrow. The knowledge age worker citizens need to be able to locate, assess, represent new information quickly. They cannot take things at face value, but they must assess it quickly and be able to determine what is accurate, what is not, and what can they use to better themselves. I stand here before you so very proud to acknowledge that our graduates have these skills. They have the characteristics, they have the knowledge, they have the aptitude. They have proven themselves over and over again in our school as leaders, as citizens of the world, as colleagues, classmates, ambassadors, and above all, I am most proud of the fact that they take responsibility for their actions. They are truly young men, capable of making decisions and understanding the consequences that come with those decisions. I think that one group that exemplifies this probably very, very openly, and those are our CAS and our IB diploma students. In that group, we have Ibrahim Akbar, Hamid Al-Ayub, Hamid Al-Momin, Fahid Al-Sarawawi, Muhammad Al-Anaiti, Shaheen Al-Shahad, Al-Haddad, Ahmed bin Sanad. These young men have continuously surprised me with their dedication, their hard work, their commitment, their collaboration. They have worked together as a unit, not one standing above others, but all of them ensuring that all together are successful. What more can we expect from young men who have lived and been raised in values such as Islamic values and who have really displayed that in their lives each and every day? I have to share with you that one of the most proudest moments was, and probably some of the young men here can attest to that, and that was when we had the IB art show for the young ladies on the girls' campus. And the young men that I mentioned to you previously as IB Class students, they were selected and they were asked to be the bouncers, the bodyguards, the assistants at that art show. And you cannot imagine how proud they were to stand at the doors and not allow any child or any young man enter because they were protecting their sisters on the girls' campus. Parents, I congratulate you for having such wonderful, wonderful young men. They know their place, they know who they are, and they know where they're going. Another wonderful conference that I had a pleasure to witness was the ACA MUN conference, which was led by Salman Al-Mutawa. Again, all the boys came together, whether they were delegates or there were helpers behind the scenes. All of them worked together peacefully, collaboratively, and they could not ask for a better leader than Salman. I congratulate all of you men. Then that was not enough for them. They came to my office one day and they said, Miss, we need to take this a little bit further. We want something that really stands as unique to ourselves, to our group. And then we started discussing some of the things that they could do. One of the things that we have at the school is called Learning Opportunities for Teachers. They liked the concept and they said, you know, Miss, we're in an age where we have to take responsibility for our own learning. Again, they exemplified the fact that they are taking responsibility for themselves. And after a nice long conversation with Ahmed bin Sanad, Mohammed Al-Anati, Hamid Al-Ayub, Shaheen Al-Haddad, and Hamid Al-Humaydan, we came up with creatively embracing lifelong learning. And the boys came together and they established this cell, a conference, which they invited members from other schools in Kuwait to come and share their knowledge, share their love, share their passions. And they taught each other. They presented workshops on multiple aspects and multiple things. Again, taking responsibility for who they are and wanting others to share in their knowledge and in their joy. Then it didn't stop there. We found ourselves in a bit of a crunch. We found ourselves that when we were preparing our yearbook, we forgot the admin pages, because obviously admin is not important in a school. And we came and we approached Ali Al-Shati, Abdulaziz Al-Sabri, and Mohammed Al-Anati, and we said, boys, we're in a crunch. We need your help. And as always, with a big smile and willingness, they said, Miss, tell us what you want and we will do it. Needless to say, countless hours were spent by these young men in my office, proofreading, changing pictures, working with their computer, and then I was astonished at how much they knew, how much they could navigate Photoshop, how much they could go back and forth. And then, again and again, they astonished me with another surprise. They came and they showed me Abdulaziz Al-Sabri had created a website so that the boys can keep track of their GPA. And so each and every one of our students can go in and put information into the computer and they can keep track of what their GPA is. And that way they could know how much they need to push themselves to get a glorious A so they can boost their GPA. Mind you, they should all shoot for the 4.0 anyway, but it's the ingenuity, the creativity that sets them apart from so many other students, from so many other people. And I am just so very proud of what they are able to do, because if in these 4 years, and especially in this last year, they have been able to accomplish so much, they have been able to showcase their true character, their true aptitude in life, and their preparedness for what awaits for them, then I know we have done an excellent job at preparing them for what lays ahead. I must say that, again, one of the things that I value most is the fact that they know the school rules, they respect the values, the norms, and they show respect for the staff. Once in a while, they have been caught doing something inappropriately, and I'm not going to say who in this circumstance. Best mashallah, mashallah. You know, they know when they've done right, and they know when they've done wrong. And the face when they are caught is priceless, because they know that we know. And this is such a really a precious moment in my heart, that I thank you, parents. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the trust that you have given to us by allowing us to share the most beautiful days of your children's lives. Because although sometimes we don't like to admit it, you know, they're not always the same children at home that they are at school. At school, sometimes some of their little personalities comes out just a little bit more than they do at home. And we are privileged, us in school, that we actually get to see that other half, that other part, which is just so absolutely fantastic and wonderful. Seniors, need I say more? In one letter from one of your classmates, he dubbed me the campus mother, and I thank you for that. I know not all of you feel that way, but nevertheless, you are all my sons, and how proud I am of all my boys. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the wonderful memories, the smiles, the tears, the joys, and the frustrations we have shared. I am humbled by your accomplishments thus far, and I hope that you will visit often and share your adventures with us. If I may just give you one little piece of advice as a mother to all of you, and that is never compromise on your values, never compromise on your beliefs, and never compromise on your principles. Even when everybody is swimming against the curve and when everyone is swimming in one direction, stand true to the values that your family has given you. Stand true to what you know is correct, and ignore that which you know is not correct. May God bless you all. God bless you. Masalama.
Thank you, Ms. Gertrude. Please welcome Mr. Muhammad Salah, High School Vice Principal.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. I thought we practiced how we were going to sit down this afternoon. I am speechless. There are a lot of things that I wanted to say, but I don't think I have the time. Yet every single senior here knows how much work we all have put in order to end this year successfully. There are a lot of people who are unfortunately not sitting with us today, and that's all your teachers from pre-K all the way down to grade 12s. So let's give them a round of applause, please. It's very appropriate with our mission statement, and in 2 days we celebrate a holy day in the year, in the Islamic year, and that's Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. And it wouldn't be correct if we don't make the connection, and that's what education is all about, between today and our religion. In 2 days, the Prophet ﷺ was taken from Mecca and was given information throughout his journey all the way to Jerusalem and all the way up to the seventh heaven. And it's there that one of our pillars of Islam was subscribed, prayer. But before prayer and before anything was ordered from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the 3 words came through Angel Gabriel, and it was nothing else other than Iqra, education. Education in Islam is very important, and it's through education that this ummah will become a better place and a better for you. You guys are the future, and I cannot tell you how much we're going to miss you. As Akid Habibi, as Mr. Savag and I were sitting down looking at the pictures of everyone walking in through the catwalk, Mr. Savag said, behind each one of these smiles, there's a story. There are 2 stories in particular that we would like to share with you today. I would like to introduce the valedictorian. Before he comes up and I ask him to come down, this particular student, mashallah, since grade 9, and we have announced this assembly after assembly, and we knew it back in grade 9 that Abdurrahman al-Shaib will have the highest GPA by grade 12. Abdurrahman, please come down.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers, students, and most of all, graduates of the class of 2013. It is an honor to speak to you on this special occasion. It has been a long 4 years and a short 4 years. Long because of all the hard work, projects, tests, and extracurricular activities that we tackled in our path to reach this finale. Short because of the lifelong friendships and the lasting memories we have achieved along this pathway. I still remember how Salman Mutawwa and Hamid Hamaidan were working tirelessly to organize MUN and them sacrificing their own time to complete this conference. Or how the Student Council, headed by Shaheen Al-Haddad, were doing everything possible to make our experience at high school enjoyable by creating the FIFA tournament and the soccer tournament. However, the greatest example of hard work and commitment by our fellow colleagues was working on our yearbook. There was a possibility that we wouldn't have a yearbook this year, and a group of 3 students refused to believe this reality. They took on the responsibility of creating our yearbook, even though they would spend entire weekends trying to complete this task. That trio of students is Ali Shatti, Salman Mutawwa, and Abdulaziz Sabri. I would like to personally thank them for providing us with a yearbook. When we are faced with these tasks and projects, we always think about the hard work, commitment, and needed in fulfilling these tasks. But we usually forget the lasting friendships created as a result of this cooperation. It has been just another project to some students, but it was a bonding experience to me. These bonding experiences resulted in lifelong friendships and activities on campus and off campus. Whether it was filling out 2 rows in the cinema while watching a stupendously long movie called The Hobbit, or hanging out every lunch at the top of the stairwell discussing anything that comes to mind, whether it's animals, cars, or football. I enjoyed reminiscing about my time in this school while writing the speech, and I hope you enjoyed me talking about these memories. However, all of these experiences and memories would not have been possible without the help, support, and guidance of our parents and teachers, counselors, and coaches, and the overall inspiration from the entire school community. To these mentors, I say, our success is your success. For you have given us the courage to dare, the knowledge to excel, and the belief that we can succeed. You have been there for us with encouragement and care. You have had faith when we doubted ourselves. You have instilled in us the self-confidence needed to reach for our dreams. For all these things, we, the class of 2013, thank every single one of you. I would like to further thank our teachers who did not see us as another job or a paycheck, but connected with us and shared their lifelong experiences with us. Now that we have graduated from high school, we need to tackle our next obstacle, university, with commitment, dedication, hard work, and cooperation. And as Ann Landers said, nobody gets to live life backward. Look ahead. That is where your future lies. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. Another wonderful story I would like to share with you today, the salutatorian, the second highest GPA in grade 12, is a student that I have come to know a little bit too personal maybe, and that's through my whistle. And he, one of the very few people that understand what that means. Every time he would, 7 o'clock in the morning, a whistle would go off, and I would tell him, everybody get to class, and he would look at me and say, Habibi, I am going to my class, my ears hurt. Let me introduce to you Abdulaziz Al-Kandari.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد، 15 عاما قضيتها في مدرسة الإبداع بحلوها ومرها، كونت فيها شخصيتي، قضيت أكثر أوقاتي فيها، ولذلك فقد كانت مدرسة الإبداع وبكل فخر بمدرسيها وطلبتها بمثابة المربي الأول لي ولكل زملاء الطلبة. أما الأساتذة فلم نر منهم إلا ما يسر الخاطر ويجبره، وأخص بالذكر قسمي اللغة العربية والتربية الإسلامية اللذين شارك الطلبة همومهم وكانوا بمثابة الأخ الأكبر والموجه التربوي. وأود أيضا أن أشكر بعض الأساتذة الآخرين. Special thanks to Mr. Zering Zorar, Mr. Gabe Gato, Mr. David Karayan, and Mr. Jamal Al-Awadi for 2 of the most amazing years of my life. I would also like to thank the students for 15 amazing years at ACA. Back then, when I was part of the junior varsity soccer team, we would see the other schools and we would wish to be there. We would admire the buildings in one school, the teachers in another. But at the end of the day, we would thank God we were in ACA because of only one thing, the students. إخواني أصحابي أحبابي خريجي سنة 2013، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن تخرجكم اليوم ليس إلا بداية لحياتكم الفعلية، ففيما مضى كنتم تعتمدون على غيركم في حياتكم اليومية، ولكن ليس بعد اليوم. فبعد اليوم أنت مسؤول عن نفسك، كما أنت مسؤول أيضا عن رد الدين تجاه وطنك الحبيب. فسيكون منكم الطبيب والمهندس والمدرس، فكلكم شركاء في بناء كويتنا العزيزة. هؤلاء الطلبة رغم اختلافاتهم إلا أنهم الأفضل. هذا الجمع الكريم من الطلبة لم يكونوا مجرد أصدقاء، بل كانوا معلمين أيضا. فمنهم من أعجبني صدقه ووددت أن أكون مثله، ومنهم من أعجبتني أمانته ووددت أن أكون مثله، ومنهم فكم دروسا تعلمت من هذا وذاك، ولكم راجعت نفسي بعد موقف رأيته من أحدهم. شكرا لكم على سنين طويلة قضيناها معا، وأسأل الله أن يوفقكم في دراستكم ويجعلكم مصابيح هدى تضيئون مستقبل الكويت. آسف لكل طالب أسأت إليه، وأحلل كل من أساء إليه، وليوفق الله كل لمبتغاه. وقبل الختام، كانت علاقتي مع كل شخص في مشواري الدراسي علاقة فيها تبادل للمصالح والمنافع، فقد أخذت وأعطيت ولله الحمد مع الجميع إلا شخصين هما أبي وأمي. شكرا لكما، فلولا جهدكما وعناءكما معي لما كنت أقف هنا اليوم. وإن لم يكن لدي ما أقدمه فإن أبسط شيء أقدمه هو الشكر. كان الطريق إلى القمة صعب وواعر، ولكم تعثرت في منتصف الطريق، إلا أن أمي كانت بجانبي لتساعدني على النهوض وتشجعني للسعي نحو القمة مرة أخرى. ولكم حدت عن الطريق وتكاسلت عن سعي، ولكن أبي كان بجانبي ليقومني ويشحذ همتي، وها أنا ذا اليوم أقف على القمة، فشكرا لكما والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Abdulaziz. The next award is called the Flynn Citizenship Award. This award started in 2003. It was in memory of a colleague of ours at ACA, Richard Flynn, who died in Iraq. Initially, the award was given to high school boys, a graduate, a senior. But after a couple of years, the award broadened, and it included the boys and the girls and a lot more criteria that for a student that demonstrates citizenship. This year's award was voted by teachers for a particular student who, as Ms. Gertrude said at the beginning, on his own time and creatively has decided to help out his community by creating a tailored GPA calculator. There's a lot of calculators out there on the internet, but none fit our criteria. Abdulaziz Sabri decided with guidance from none else but his father, to create this website and he gave it to us for free for 2 years, and we all benefited from it. The teacher voted. Abdulaziz Sabri, please come down.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad. Please welcome to the stage the BOT Chairman, Dr. Badr Zaid Al-Treji.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حضورنا الكرام، أهلا وسهلا بكم إلى حفل التخرج 11 لدفعة 2013. كعادة مجلس الأمناء في كل سنة يتم تقديم جائزة معينة لأحسن بحث مقدم من قبل طلبتنا حول ما هي المعاني التي يستقونها من دراستهم في مدرسة الإبداع. وفي هذه السنة ارتأينا أن نفتح الباب أكثر من مجرد بحث، فطلبنا من جميع الطلبة أن يتقدموا بإبداعاتهم في كيفية تأثير رسالة الإبداع أو أكاديمية الإبداع عليهم. ويسرني أن أشترك معكم في تهنئة الفائز في هذه الليلة، لأنه قام بشيء مبدع بالفعل. لكن قبل أن نقوم بذلك بودي أن أشير إلى الطالب صبر لا اللي قدم الجي صبري، وأنا أعتذر عني نسيت الاسم، وأقول أن مجلس الأمناء الصبري، أقول أن البرنامج اللي قام فيه مجلس الأمناء قرر تبنيه، وقرر أن يفاوض على شراء البرنامج وتبنيه للمدرسة. فنقول حق ولدنا لا يكون عسر وأن أبوه لا يتدخل. قبل لا أذيع اسم الطالب، أعتقد اسمه راح يكون في الفيديو اللي راح يعرض عليكم. صراحة الجائزة كانت أو المشاركة كانت عبارة عن فيديو، فإذا ممكن نعرض الفيديو.
Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. In this video, I will be discussing how I've been creative in implementing the American Creativity Academy's school mission The school's mission states that the American Creativity Academy is a private school that delivers a standards-based American curriculum within an environment in which Islamic values are respected and practiced. The school is dedicated to preparing students for university success. If we look at the mission statement, we can deduce the three main components of the school's mission: American curriculum, Islamic values are respected and practiced, and university success. The majority of people believe that school curriculums leave no room for creativity. I beg to differ. As far as my personal experience goes, the seeds of creativity can be planted in any field. Back in grade 10 algebra, I was assigned a project about applications of trigonometry in real life. I chose to make a creative video in which I employed industry-level architectural software in cooperation with an online solar calculator. I used these programs to show how the length of an object's shadow relates to its height, if given the angle of the sun, and consequently how to find the angle of the sun given an object's height and shadow length. Similarly, every year in English in grades 10 through 12, a few colleagues and I would make at least one short movie as a project. In grade 10, we acted out a chapter from The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. In grade 11, we were assigned to produce a satirical piece completely of our own innovation. In grade 12, we acted out a chapter of The Life at the Mill, Memoirs of a Child Laborer by John Brown. All of these short movies pushed my creativity to the maximum. Moving on from videos, me and my friend Hamdin Ayub participated in the mousetrap-powered car competition last year as part of the IB physics class. After improvement upon improvement, our innovation and creative design won us first place and got our names engraved in the science fair winner's plaque. The next component of the ACA mission statement is Islamic values are respected and practiced. Similar to the previous component, most people do not see where creativity plays in religion. Throughout my 5 years at ACA, I've represented the school in every annual Quran memorization competition and never ranked below 4th place. At the competing level, it is no longer a matter of whether or not you make a mistake in the verse or in the pronunciation, but the real competition is in the melody and tune, and how you creatively construct these into a rhythm, and how smoothly you transfer from rhythm to rhythm according to the context of the verse. Hence, the positions I won indicate the immense amount of creativity and innovation I employed in my recitation. Apart from the Quran memorization contests, I read Quran in the openings of almost all school events, again creatively producing an appealing rhythm. The final component of the mission statement is preparing students for university success. This was embodied in the CEL conference. Me and the small group of students founded the CEL organization. CEL is a brand new, original, innovative, and completely student-run organization. The highlight of CEL this year was the CEL conference. Today, universities are experiencing what you could call a paradigm shift in admissions criteria. A lot more weight is being shifted from academics to extracurricular activities, especially those involving positions of leadership. Therefore, it can be said without doubt that by creating an entire organization from scratch, completely student-run, creatively prepares one for university success. Also, apart from admissions criteria, the experience itself, the experience of leading, the experience of putting effort and harvesting its fruit, the experience of building CEL was very self-evolving in the sense of identifying my areas of weakness and strengthening them. This is again, without doubt, a crucial step into a successful university career. In addition to the general yields of building the CEL organization, I, in particular, had the largest share of creativity involved. A few YouTube videos were made for CEL. As the head of the advertisement subcommittee, 2 of these videos were my work, where I employed my experience in video compositing and special effects into the creative structure, flow, and design of the videos. Each video took me no less than 12 hours of continuous work, apart from the time it took to brainstorm ideas. I also implemented the school mission within the CEL conference itself. The theme of students teaching students is a unique and revolutionary step in the staircase of education and curriculums. Islamic values were respected and practiced. I recited Quran in the opening ceremony, and 2 breaks were dedicated for prayer in the schedule of the conference. The presentation titled Applying to Universities for Dummies was presented in 2 of the 3 sessions, which allowed grade 10s and 11s to learn about applying to university from an experienced student perspective. All in all, I've incorporated a significant amount of creativity in implementing the ACA school mission. Thank you.
أعتقد توافقوني الرأي أنه كان مشروع مبدع ولدي محمد العناتي. تفضل.
Please welcome to the stage one of ACA alumni students, Ghazi Al-Mutawwa. He will be reading the names of the graduates. Please also welcome to the stage once again Ms. Gertrude Gomez, Mr. Muhammad, and Dr. Badr Zaid.
بداية أود أن أبارك لهذه الكوكبة من خريجي أكاديمية الإبداع الأمريكية، سائلا من المولى عز وجل لهم التوفيق والسداد في حياتهم العملية والمهنية. May the first row please rise. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الحميد مهدي عبدال. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا يوسف حسن عبد الجابر. عضو في الناشونال اونر اسمبلي والحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد العزيز محمود احمد. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي دبلومة ابراهيم هشام اكبر. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي سيرتيفيكت صالح فواز العبدلي. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي سيرتيفيكت سالم احمد العبد الهادي. أحمد علي العلي. يوسف عبد الله العنجري. طلال خالد العوضي. عضو في الناشونال اونر سوسايتي، الحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي دبلومة، حامد يوسف الأيوب. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت، محمد عادل البحوه. يوسف ابراهيم البيرمي. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف يوسف خالد البناي. حمد جمال البسام. عضو في الناشونال اونر سوسايتي، الحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي دبلومة، محمد طارق العيناتي. محمد عادل العنزي. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الوهاب عدنان الحداد. الحائز على الاي بي دبلومة شاهين خالد الحداد. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي سيرتيفيكت جاسم احمد الهلال. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت حمد تركي الحميدان. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد العزيز فؤاد الحمود. بدر عيسى الهنيدي. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد العزيز عبد الله المهيد. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف عبد الله جمعة الكندري. أحمد محمد الكندري. عضو في الناشونال اونر سوسايتي، حائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد العزيز احمد الكندري. May the first row please be seated. May the second row please rise. عبد المحسن فؤاد الخميس. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الله غسان الخنيني. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الله يوسف الميلم. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف حمد يوسف المسعود. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت يوسف عبد العزيز الملحم. عمر مشعل المسعد. بدر محمد المقاطع. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت يوسف عبد الرحمن الموسى. الحائز على الاي بي دبلومة احمد محمد المؤمن. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الله صلاح المطيري. عضو في الناشونال اونر سوسايتي والحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت سلمان حسام المطوع. ناهض نزيه الناهض. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت حمد حسن نكاس. سعود وليد النصف. أحمد محمد القضاع. علي أحمد القطان. فيصل غسان رفاعي. أحمد هشام الرفاعي. أصيل أحمد الرومي. فواز طلال الصباح. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الله عبد العزيز السعيد. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الوهاب عماد الصحاف. الحائز على الاي بي دبلومة فهد قصي الصرعاوي. عبد العزيز ماهر السردي. عضو في الناشونال اونر سوسايتي والحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت فهد وحيد الساير. أحمد جمال السري. May the second row please be seated. May the third row please rise. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف والاي بي سيرتيفيكت علي خالد الشطي. أحمد منذر الشايع. جاسم ناصر الشهاب. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الرحمن خالد الشعيب. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت احمد مشاري السميس. سليمان صلاح الصبيحي. مبارك سلطان السلطان. ناصر سويد السويد. عضو في الناشونال اونر سوسايتي والحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد العزيز وليد الثاجب. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الوهاب عبد الله الوهيبي. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت يوسف عدنان وقيان. فهد حامد الوهيب. حمد نجيب الوقيان. حمد علي اليماني. الحائز على مرتبة الشرف العليا والاي بي سيرتيفيكت عبد الله بن زيع الياسين. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت مساعد نايف الياسين. مجرن غسان لوغاني. الحائز على الاي بي دبلومة احمد زياد بن سند. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت حسين علي ابو مجداد. سلمان داوود بوطيبان. أحمد عدنان حمادة. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت أحمد نضال إبراهيم. أحمد يوسف محمد. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت مشاري خالد مراد. عبد العزيز حسن صبري. الحائز على الاي بي سيرتيفيكت عمار فؤاد سليم. May the third row please be seated.
The seniors have prepared a video about their high school life at ACA. So if you may please look at the screen.
صارنا نفسنا تاريخ، تعدينا وتعدينا في 2013 حققنا أمانينا، تخرجنا ورفعنا الراس، ذكرنا الله وتحمدنا، رحنا ويا الله الناس، تخرجنا تغرقنا تغرقنا.
مرت الأيام سريعة كأنها أحلام، وصلنا لآخر المشوار، خرجنا بعد مضرار، رحلة عمر بالإبداع، روايات أحلى بالأسماع، بنرويها بضرب وإيقاع، فلا أحلى من الإبداع، فلا أحلى من الإبداع. في صحبة حلوة ضمتنا، تعلمنا وتنافسنا، خلفنا واتفقنا كثير، وحب الديرة يجمعنا. في صحبة حلوة ضمتنا، تعلمنا وتنافسنا، اختلفنا واتفقنا كثير، وحب الديرة يجمعنا، ويا ما الهم وحدنا، ويا ما الفرح عمتنا، يا ما الهم وحدنا، ويا ما الفرح عمتنا، واخرها تخرجنا، وعسى الله لا يفرقنا. غيبة مرت الأيام كأنها أحلام، وصلنا لآخر المشوار، تخرجنا بعد مصرار، نتعمر بالإبداع، راية تحلى بالإسماع، بنرويها بطرب وإيقاع، فلا أحلى من الإبداع، فلا أحلى من الإبداع. غرفنا من بحر الإبداع، وكنا للأمل صناع، تعلمنا نحب الخير، ونزرع أرضنا نوير. غرفنا من بحر الإبداع، وكنا للأمل صناع، تعلمنا نحب الخير، ونزرع أرضنا نوير. مناهجنا تميزنا، قيم واخلاق صاغتنا، مناهجنا تميزنا، قيم واخلاق صاغتنا، ومنك يا معلمنا مهارات الحياة خدنا. غيبة مرت الأيام سريعة أحلام، وصلنا لآخر المشوار، تخرجنا عمر بالإبداع، بالأسماع، بنرويها بضرب وإيقاع، فلا أحلى من الإبداع، فلا أحلى من الإبداع. وكل ما ننجح ونكبر، نحس بفضلهم أكثر، وأبونا وأمنا فرحتهم تساوي الدنيا وأكبر. وكل ما ننجح ونكبر، نحس بفضلهم أكثر، وأبونا وأمنا فرحتهم تساوي دنيا وأكبر. مرت الأيام سريعة كأنها أحلام، المشوار تخرجنا بعد المصرار، رحلة عمر بالإبداع، تحلى بالأسماع، بنرويها وإيقاع، فلا أحلى من الإبداع، فلا أحلى من الإبداع.
Now the passing of the torch of knowledge will take place.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. To be proud of knowledge is to be blind with light. That is what Benjamin Franklin once said, and that is what we repeat today. We are indeed proud of the knowledge we have acquired, and we are honored to be the bearers of the torch of knowledge. And we are honored to be the bearers of the torch of knowledge. It is a symbol of the light of guidance, the light of intellect, and the light of tomorrow. Just as the North Star burns and guides lost travelers, and just as a candle is lit in a dark room to illuminate, and just as Lady Liberty holds her torch high in New York, we hold this torch with pride. The knowledge that the class of 2013 has gained is priceless, and it will illuminate their path towards their futures. And like the Statue of Liberty, they stand high before you, looking far to the east, where the sun rises and the future awaits. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the class of 2013.